Hi there, this is my review of my Oris Divers 65 bronze in green, although it actually looks blue in the video. It looks green in real life. It's an interesting dial colour. It comes in blue, green and pink, this specific model, but they're kind of all pastel colours and they definitely change depending on the colour of the light. This is the green version. It's all bronze, 38mm case. The case back itself is stainless steel, presumably to prevent tarnishing of the skin. That said, as you can see, the bracelet is pretty much all bronze except for the clasp here. It hasn't turned my skin green yet, which is good. As you may or may not be aware, bronze tarnishes over time and develops its own kind of green-brown patina, which is part of the appeal of bronze watches. Not everyone's going to like that they're not always pristine. As you can see, it's kind of got, it's hard to say, it's kind of got some of that going on already here. I've had this for about a month or so now, I think, and yeah, you can see the kind of greeny tarnish that you get built up there. You can clean it, you can polish it off. It doesn't actually take away any of the case material, so it's not a concern. You can clean it with lemon juice and bicarbonate of soda, or vinegar and bicarbonate of soda. And I've done this with sort of varying degrees of success. When I bought it, it had a bit of tarnish on already, so I'm guessing it had been sitting around for a while, perhaps out of the box. So I did clean it up, and I think you can sort of tell the difference sort of before and after. But yeah, that's kind of the appeal. It's unusual for me. Most of my watches are pretty classic black. This is my Submariner. And I'm going to show you just the size here for comparison. Whilst I've got it, so that's on my 7-inch wrist. It wears perfectly well. This 40mm case from the Sub. It looks like it's a bit big close up, but that's just the angle of it. And I'm going to show you for comparison the 38mm Oris. It's a very different case design. As you'll see, and it does wear a fair bit smaller. This is actually marketed, at least on my authorised dealer, the website I bought it from, Goldsmiths. They put this in the ladies section. So, I mean, rightly or wrongly, if you're looking for Oris in the men's section, you won't find this there, which is slightly annoying. But so 38mm, I think it wears fine. It is a bit smaller. The case on the Submariner, for example, has got much bigger lugs, which gives it more of a presence. This is definitely a kind of simpler. It is smaller, but I think it wears fine. What's funny is the bracelet is so thin. It's got quite a tempo. I don't actually have the width details, but it's very thin here, the bracelet. I like a bracelet watch. This does come on leather, and if you like leather, then so be it. But I do like bracelets. Pretty much all my watches have got bracelets, and the reason that I bought this was because, well, I fancied a bit of a change. All my other watches are kind of black, white, or blue, or so nothing too exciting. This is definitely something out of the ordinary, and it makes me smile. It's a bit kind of whimsical. It's something I might wear on holiday, sitting on the beach. It's got 100-meter water resistance, screw down crown, so you can absolutely swim with it. It's no problem at all. No micro adjust on the well, there is micro adjust on the clasp. Sorry, I should say, with these little pinholes here, but there's nothing on the fly like the Submariner, the glide lock clasp, which is good. But it's got some half links, so you can size the bracelet pretty well. Actually, that's not true. There are no half links here, are there? I may have taken them out. I've forgotten, I'm afraid. But it fits fine. Date at 6, as you can see. Movements are Sellita SW200, which is pretty book standard, really. This retails at £1,900, so it's reasonable considering the Diver 65 range from Oris has been very popular. I think a lot of collectors perhaps didn't necessarily overlook Oris, but this has definitely been a really good range that they've released in the last couple of years. This watch came out in 2021, and I bought it on the 31st of December 2021, in fact. Got it just the year it came out, and yeah, I like it. It's not something I'd usually go for. Like I say, I tend to go for much more kind of classic pieces, but yeah, there's not a whole lot more to say about this, really. It plays nicely with the light, as most watches do. It's the bronze. If this wasn't a 40mm case, I probably would have preferred it, and I would prefer a slightly thicker bracelet. It's double screwed, so that's, you know, quality. It's not push pins, which I'm not a big fan of, or split pins. But yeah, it's quite delicate. This maybe that's why they market it as a ladies' watch on the authorized dealer website that I use. But nonetheless, it's cool. I'm looking forward to it developing its own kind of tarnish and patina over time, and then you can kind of clean it off and start it all again. So it's something that changes, which is interesting. 120 click bezel only goes one way, of course. It's a diver's watch. It's pretty solid, this click. Actually, it actually feels better than the Submariner, to be completely honest, which is kind of a little bit vague, but nonetheless, he says it's bloody stiff up there. Gracious. I should play with it more. But yeah, screw down crown, 120 click bezel, 100 meter water resistance. The loom is not great. I'll see if I can put some pictures in here. But yeah, if you like bronze watches, I haven't seen many bronze watches with a bronze bracelet. In fact, this is the only one that I can think of to hand. So if that's what you want, and you don't mind the pastel dial color, then like I said, it's this, or it's in blue. I haven't seen the blue or the pink in person. In fact, I hadn't seen this in person when I bought it. Obviously, I went to the AD, got it ordered in there, and tried it on, and I liked it, so I walked out with it. But yeah, it's a bit of fun. Bronze is pretty on trend at the moment. I think it'd be nice if they did this in a 40mm and with a black dial. Although, like I said, I do like the pastel. It's a bit of fun. Again, it's pretty trendy for last year, these kind of pastel colours. So that's pretty much it. Not much more to say. And if you've got any questions, then feel free to drop them in the comments. But yeah, don't think I've seen any reviews with this watch. Oh, sorry, yeah, lovely domed sapphire crystal. It's worth mentioning there. It's kind of that cool vintage vibe that you don't really get on a lot of watches. A lot of them are completely flat. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I hadn't seen any reviews from users, people who bought these themselves. I think all the reviews are from dealers, which I always take with a pinch of salt, because obviously they always want to tell you how great the watch is. But yeah, it's excellent. If you like it, then it seems to do everything you want. Like I say, it hasn't turned my wrist green or anything yet so far. I've been wearing it for on and off for a few weeks now. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's a bit of colour, and like I said, it makes me smile, which is what this is all about, really, isn't it? So yeah, like I say, any questions, comments, drop them below. Thanks for watching.